Yo, on the baby.
What's happening? Welcome back, BSG, Black Star Guidance. You know who it is, Black Star. Thank y'all for coming back. Before we jump into this G thing, I hope y'all done already smash that subscribe button and hit that like button for me. Like I said on the last video, you can follow me on Instagram with Black Star Guidance, or my personal page, COCEEOH_BSP. Yo, so how y'all doing? Hope everything is great with y'all. I'm good, you know, maxing, relaxing, vibing, doing me, trying to stay as authentic as possible with myself. And pretty much that's, you know, what brought me here today. Just want to really stress the importance of being true to yourself. You know, you gotta be in your true essence, your true energy, and you know, not care about what people think about you. As long as you feel like you're doing the right thing, as long as you feel like you're moving with integrity, because you know, everybody has their own definition and meanings of integrity. So, you know what I mean? What you feel you aren't compromising your integrity on, you know what I mean? The things that you feel true about, you standing firm on those, and you know what I mean? You're not letting, you know, anybody sway you, or you're not, you know, a part of someone's influence, you know what I mean? You're not one of those types of people that can easily be influenced or easily swayed off your position, you know what I mean? Stay true to that. Always and forever have an open heart, you know, have an open mind about it, and try and, you know, from a higher perspective, real talk, from a higher perspective, understand kind of where they're coming from, but never, you know what I mean, take it to where you gotta believe or follow suit in what somebody tell you, you know what I mean? You your own captain of your ship, and just as much as I'm here to help and, you know, give you guidance, and you know what I mean, if you ever feel the need, you can always reach out to me through these platforms, you know what I mean, emails and etc., to, you know, get a little more personal, and I can get a little more personal with you to, you know what I mean, kind of help you see the angles and the perspectives that I would look at, and not necessarily just me solely, but you know what I mean, from the spiritual, you know what I mean, tapped in type level, you know what I mean. And that's a parallel to kind of, you know, just again, like I said, I would be revealing, you know, a lot more of my gifts along the way to you guys. You know, that's kind of where that is, you know, with actually you guys tapping in with me on some personal stuff, you know what I mean, on a personal level, individually. Like I'm highly intuitive. Like I'm highly intuitive. I am clairvoyant. If you don't know what clairvoyant means, it's pretty much I have the ability to see the future. I can see events, situations, scenarios, you know, based off my spiritual wisdom, based on my own experiences, and just, you know what I mean, again, tapping in with source, I can see things, you know what I mean? I can foreshadow. That would be a more conventional way to, you know what I mean, spiritual foreshadowing. I can foreshadow situations based on, you know, current energies that are present. If you open up and you are telling the exact truth about the scenario, and you are relaying enough information for me to get a feel of whatever that scenario is that you're talking about, I can pretty much lead you in the right direction, you know what I mean? I am also clairsentient. Clairsentient is a little more deeper with shit. Like, it's a form of a psychic ability. Yes, I do have psychic abilities as well. People get psychic misconstrued when they hear that word just to begin with. So I kind of tread lightly when I say it, if I ever say it. I'm not like a card reader. I can't read your palm, no crap like that. You know what I mean? I don't discredit that because, again, it is all spiritual based. It's all energy based. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to discredit that. That's just not my area. From an understanding situation, or from an understanding point of view, I understand tarot. I do not read, however. I've tried, practiced, but I've never actually put my hands on cards to actually do it, just based off of memory, what I see, what I've heard, you know what I mean, and somewhat of the videos that I dabble in, the spiritual guys that I tap in with. I kind of learn from them, but none to the point where I feel like, again, that's my area of expertise. But what clairsentience is pretty much the ability to touch something and receive information based off of touch, feel, smell, those types of deals. So, you know what I mean? In regards to being able to pick up information that maybe a person is withholding, I can pick that up more than others, or maybe even better than others, based off of just those. These are my gifts. These were the gifts that I was given. I am also, I'm a star seed. A star seed is a lot deeper. It has a way deeper presence, a way deeper spiritual meaning, as well as a way deeper, just, you know what I mean, humanity type deal. Like, it is said that star seeds have been brought here for a specific task, and that is to help raise the vibration, the overall collective vibration of humanity, like the world, to make a greater impact on the world, and understanding that systematically, societal wise, sorry about that quick interruption, but like I was saying, star seeds are here pretty much just to raise humanity, raise the vibration of humanity. And the way that society is, you know, set up as is, we have so many different things that separate us as people. And what I mean by people, I mean all denominations, colors, creeds, you know what I mean? There's no exclusion in who I'm talking to and who I'm speaking to, because this is the world that we live in general. We've been separated by so many different things. The types of food that we eat, the religion that we believe in, you know what I mean? People being shunned upon for being more spiritual based, or, you know what I mean, not being spiritual based at all. Like, there's so many different avenues that separate us, but at the end of the day, I feel, you know, and I'm starting to grow and perceive that, you know, love is really, 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 truly, honestly, what's missing from a great deal of our race, of humanity, of the people that we encounter on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? Everybody's so closed off. Everybody's so, you know, in a survival, you know what I mean, type deal, to where it's like people wear masks all the time. You never really get sincere people, you know what I mean? People are forced to hide who they are, you know what I mean, because of, again, society, what you're supposed to be. This is how you're supposed to be. This is what you're supposed to be. If you're a man, you're supposed to be this. If you're this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Like, to embrace your gifts and to really be proud about them and show them and not hide them, it makes you feel like you're like in the movie X-Men, to where if you do, you're being divided from the other people that, you know what I mean, in their own right, whether they acknowledge it or not or even know it, they're freaking mutants too, but because they don't understand that this is where you can evolve to, they are pretty much afraid of it. They don't understand it. They don't understand these other type beings. So, you know, it's really hard sometimes, and for me, I'm just really tapping in to all of my gifts. I'm sure there's still more gifts that I haven't figured out yet though, and that's the crazy thing about the whole situation is I'm just now tapping in and realizing these, and I'm realizing all the changes that I've gone through, you know, how I feel energetically, you know what I mean, my mind state, my physicality, my just everything, my spiritual base, my spiritual system, my vision of the 3D, how I perceive what we're doing in the 3D, and how I feel my position is in the 3D. And you know, it's cool, and it's been rough. Like I said, you know, I've been separated, but I understand what my separation is about. It's protection. I'm being aligned and turned to people that are like-minded, that, you know, have that same energy as me, or not as me, but just, you know, unique in their own way, and they're not afraid to be their true self. And being your true self is true. It's pure. It takes work. It takes that, you know, just getting back to really, honestly, a child-like state. Like when you were a kid, like you were fearless, yo. Like seriously, just think about some of the stuff that you did when you were a kid. Just think about the way that you felt when you were a kid, about like your creativity, about your self-expression, about just, you know, doing what you wanted to do at all costs and not caring what anybody else said, because you had the biggest smile on your face when you followed what you wanted to do as a kid. And we lose that as adults. We lose it. There's the responsibilities, kids, bills, work, societal needs, keeping up with the Joneses, running after the 3D, like materialistic stuff, cars, houses, clothes, all that stuff. Like you get put in so many different dynamics mentally, energetically, spiritually, to where you lose a lot of who you were as a kid. Like if you were to, you know, pause this video, after the video, just really sit back and think about just how you were as a kid, the stuff that you did as a kid. Yeah, as an adult, you've evolved and a lot of things have changed, but for the most part, a lot of your joy, the things that you had fun as a kid doing, those things are still within you, and you've suppressed those and hid those because maybe some of the things that you like doing are unconventional, they quirky. Nobody would necessarily join you within doing that, or someone would make fun of you for doing that. But that's okay. Be you. And I've had to realize that, because I do have my quirky ways. I do have my hard ways. I do have my loving ways. I'm multi-layered. I'm me, and I'm comfortable being me. I used to hide myself. I used to hide my love because I didn't know how to, like, protect my energy. I was trying to think of the words. I didn't know how to protect my energy. With having the gifts that I have, you have to learn how to protect your energy, because there are energy vampires out there. There are people out there that know just how powerful you are, and maybe understand that you don't understand how powerful you are, and because of that, they suck you dry. And I can say I'm guilty of being in some of those situations, some willingly and some unknowingly. But at the end of the day, now that I have gone through those situations and went through those things in my life along this journey, I know how to better navigate being my authentic self and navigating through these challenges in life. So, that was just, some little quick background. Like I said, I would tell you a little bit more. However, I still have more. I want to keep you guys coming. That's the point. You guys here for something. So I want to give you something. But I also want to give you the encouragement to dig within yourself. I don't want you to feel like I can fix your problems. I can show you the way. I can show you a blueprint for myself. But that blueprint doesn't necessarily mean that everything that worked for me is going to work for you. And the only way to truly navigate the blueprint that I'm giving you is for you to truly navigate within yourself. It's for you to truly get in touch with who you are on a sincere and true level. If it takes for you to separate yourself from people for a few months, yes, months, because days isn't going to do it. Months, maybe some years, be by yourself. I've been by myself, except for, the hit or miss engagements and stuff like that, for 2.5 years. Working, of course. But outside of that, I had to do a lot of growing spiritually. I had to do a lot of growing mentally. I had to do a lot of growing just in a perspective mind state. When you come from having a lot of adversity growing up, you kind of get traumatized by that. That's, where the product of your environment comes from. If you stayed in a harsh environment, the norm is that harsh environment. And it takes a while for you to get accustomed to new sometimes. Sometimes you run from new. Sometimes you run from different. Sometimes you run from better because you don't understand that that's better because you're so used to things going the other way. You're so used to looking at things in a negative mind state that you're always expecting negative. And sure enough, that's what you're going to get for sure. So always stay positive. And I always remind myself to stay positive. But you got to stay true to yourself. You got to stay true to yourself. All the quirky, nerdy things that you do, you got to embrace those. And don't be afraid to show them. All the gifts that you have. Tap in. Find them. Figure them out. Be sincere with your gifts. And then when you figure out those gifts, share those gifts. Because you are inspiring somebody else like you that was afraid to share their gifts. At one point in time, I was that one person. We have to be the change that we want. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be good. Y'all stay true to yourselves. Take care of yourselves. No selfishness. Come from the heart and the head. But be true to you. Peace, love, and light.